Have you ever seen a game where a player's performance was so unbelievable that it left you wondering if they were human? Well, today we're talking about the top 5 NBA players whose performances were so incredible that the NBA had to check if they were on something. We're going to be diving into some of the most incredible performances in NBA history. These performances were so unbelievable that the NBA immediately drug tested the players. Yes, you heard that right, drug tested. Stick around to find out which players made the list. And make sure to stay tuned for the grand finale when we hit the top spot on our list, because we'll be talking about a player whose jaw-dropping skills and stunning performances had the NBA so highly suspicious and testing this player for PEDs that he's not only been tested once, but time and time again, proving that his game is just too good to be true. But first, let's talk about the first 4 NBA players on our list whose performances left everyone in awe. From dominating scoring records to unbelievable clutch plays, these players gave it their all and then some. We'll take a closer look at their performances and discuss why the NBA might have felt the need to test them. Kicking off our list at number 5 is Donovan Mitchell's historic performance against the Chicago Bulls. His performance during this game was nothing short of incredible, as he led the Cavs back from a 21-point deficit to beat the Bulls in overtime. Mitchell dropped 13 points in overtime alone and finished the game with a franchise record of 71 points. To put that into perspective, that's the most points scored in a single game since Kobe Bryant's legendary 81-point game. In fact, Mitchell's performance was the 8th highest scoring game in NBA history. But it wasn't just the scoring that impressed fans and analysts. Mitchell also tallied 11 assists, showing off his playmaking ability and versatility on the court. What's more, Mitchell accomplished all of this in less than 6 months on the team, surpassing LeBron James and Kyrie Irving for the most points in franchise history. It's no wonder that after the game, Mitchell found his award for the performance in his locker, a slip to take a drug test. Mitchell said he hadn't been tested like that since he entered the league, showing just how impressed the NBA was with his performance. Coming in at number 4 on our list is another time the NBA seemed a bit skeptical after Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards scored over 50 points in 2 back-to-back games, becoming the first player in Wizards history to accomplish this incredible feat. Beal not only made history for his team, but also became the 11th player in the league's history to achieve such a milestone. In the first game, Beal dropped an astounding 53 points on the Chicago Bulls, followed by an even more impressive 55 points against the Milwaukee Bucks, a new career high for the talented shooting guard. But as if his incredible performance wasn't enough, Beal was met with a bit of skepticism from the NBA after the game. He was quoted saying, "I guess the league doesn't want me to score 50. I had a drug test today." As we can see, it's not uncommon for players to be drug tested after an outstanding performance, and Beal's back-to-back 50-point games certainly raised a few eyebrows. But there's no denying the incredible talent and skill that Beal displayed on the court, cementing his place in NBA history. Get ready for number 3 on our list, when Corey Brewer of the Minnesota Timberwolves made history in April of 2014 by scoring 51 points against the Houston Rockets. Brewer's career game landed him a random drug test from the NBA, which was not surprising given his incredible performance, which some have called one of the most improbable performances in the history of the league. Brewer recalled the game, saying that he felt like everything he threw up was going in, and that it was fun to do it in Minnesota where the crowd had been struggling. But the drug test had him a bit distracted during interviews after the game, as he had to wait to use the bathroom. He was quoted saying, "I had a random drug test from the NBA, so I couldn't do the interview until I got done with my drug test. I didn't have to go to the bathroom, so it took a while. It was weird. It was funny at the same time. I was like, wow, I played the best game of my life. Now I gotta go to the bathroom and take this drug test." Now buckle up, basketball goats, because at number 2 on our list of the top 5 performances that warranted an NBA drug test, we have none other than the incredible Damian Lillard, who's undoubtedly one of the best point guards in the NBA today. He's known for his explosive scoring ability, clutch shots, and leadership on and off the court. Lillard's skill set is a combination of physical talent, mental toughness, and an unwavering work ethic. But perhaps Lillard's most valuable skill, however, is his mental toughness. He has a never-say-die attitude and is always looking for ways to improve his game. He has a fierce competitive spirit that drives him to push himself and his teammates to be better every day. And this competitive drive was on full display during his historic 71-point game, when Lillard absolutely torched the Houston Rockets defense with one of the best offensive performances in NBA history, tying for the 8th highest single game total in league history. The man was on fire, hitting a mind-blowing 13 three-pointers and dropping an incredible 41 points in the first half alone. But it wasn't just Lillard's exceptional scoring that made this game so unforgettable. After the final buzzer sounded, Lillard was greeted in the locker room by a medical attendant who had been waiting to give him a random drug test. This was a first for Lillard, who had never been subjected to such a test in his 11 years in the NBA. And to make matters worse, the test involved a blood draw, something Lillard admitted to being scared of. Reflecting on the experience, Lillard was quoted as saying, "I was like, are y'all serious? I did the urine test yesterday, and they backed it up with the blood draw tonight after the game. And it was actually the first time in my career being tested after the game. And then, aside from that, they know that I'm scared of needles." But let's not forget the true highlight of the night, Lillard's awe-inspiring performance on the court. This incredible scoring spree will go down in history as one of the best ever seen in the NBA. And finally, at number 1 on our list is Ja Morant, a player who's been making waves in the NBA ever since he was drafted in 2019. With his lightning-fast speed and incredible ability to see the court, he's quickly become a fan favorite and one of the most exciting players to watch. In the game against the Indiana Pacers, Ja Morant showed just how talented he is. He put Jalen Smith on a poster with a monstrous dunk that instantly became a classic and had fans buzzing on social media. It was a strong contender for Dunk of the Year, and it's no wonder why. Ja's ability to elevate and finish with authority is truly incredible. But it wasn't just the dunk that made Ja's performance so impressive. He finished the game with 23 points and 10 assists, leading the Grizzlies to a hard-fought victory over the Pacers. It was yet another example of Ja's ability to take over a game and make his teammates better. However, despite his incredible skills, Ja Morant's been subjected to multiple PED tests this season. In fact, the game against the Pacers marked his 7th test of the season. While there's no evidence that he's ever used performance-enhancing drugs, the frequency of the tests has led many to question whether the league's targeting him unfairly. However, regardless of the controversy surrounding the drug test, there's no denying Ja Morant's talent on the court. He's a player who's capable of doing things that most people could only dream of. His speed, athleticism, and vision are all top-notch, and it's clear that he has a bright future ahead of him in the NBA. Whether he continues to be tested for PEDs or not, Ja will undoubtedly continue to amaze fans with his video game-like highlight plays. Overall, these performances are a testament to the greatness of these NBA players. They left fans and analysts in awe and even made the NBA question if they were on something. From Donovan Mitchell's 71-point game to Ja Morant's seemingly impossible highlight reels, these players delivered performances that will be remembered for years to come. So, which of these performances do you think was the most incredible? Let us know in the comments below.